Just had one of those moments, you reach up, push your cat, and you just accidentally, very slightly touch the raw asshole. It's just a thing that's gonna happen when you have cats. But we're gonna be playing Power Washer Sim. Mostly because we don't really have that much time. It just happens that way sometimes. But I think it would also be really nice to chat, catch up a little bit. To be fair, that's like every stream, but still. I like making regular contact with you guys. I think that's kind of the point of a streamer, right? to be a regular part of someone's life. Oh god, so many tabs. I don't even remember what I was. Oh right, I have to make the game a thing. Visible. Okay, so I have to explain what's happening in my house, my apartment. I need someone else to know what I look at every day. We have a Christmas tree from forever ago. I'm gonna make sure to get on the music. And what did I call it? Cool. Uh, we have this little tabletop Christmas tree, and our cats love to drink out of it. It's like their favorite water thing. It's kind of their favorite thing in general, but it's definitely their favorite water thing. And my cat Ruby really especially pretty much only drinks out of there. And no matter how full it is, she always does this routine. If she goes up to it, she yells at it as if she's in distress. I mean, maybe she is. I don't know. She paws at the ground beneath it as if she's trying to like pull it forward. Yes, F. And then she just sits and drinks out of it. Like she could just sit and drink out of it at any time. But she does this whole song and dance of like, "Oh, woe is me! It's so hard to get into this water." Oh, what's the options? Oh god. Controls. There we go. I'm trying to remember what is the look at show dirt tab. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's just fucking clean. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm not insane. Got it. But she could just do that, you know? I need is there a step stool? This isn't the right music. This is way too fucking epic. Let me pause that. Let me see if we have the old copyright free. Sure. Why not? We just use this playlist for fucking ever. Maybe this one in particular is a little. Why not? Oh, we do. Look at that. I can't? No. It's exactly where I needed you. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna get this tiny little ledge. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Ah, I see. There we go. Yeah, look at all that. I don't remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about my cat. But yeah, I don't know. She's weird. It's been too long since we've had a stream like this. Something nice and chill. Let me check the audio levels of this. I feel like it's a little high. No, okay, it's fine for you guys, so I'm just gonna turn it down on my end. Okay, yeah, my volume is just up. When was the last time we did? I think the last time we did this was Stream Week, when I was officially inaugurating the cult, which is funny because in some ways, yes, it has been made official, right? And in other ways, it's kind of waiting on some things, right? Still haven't added the Oath of Flourishing and all that shit. And I think mainly it's because I'm not exactly sure what I wanted to say. So perhaps I was a little bit, you know, early hopping into that. Ooh, look at that. Though, to be honest, it's kind of what I needed. I need to just kind of make it happen. These are the fucking nooks and crannies you never notice. The ones where you're like, where the fuck did I go wrong? I needed a lot of things. I just recently got to a point where I can finally just sit down and work on Hearth. On any fucking day. Because, like, God, for so long. In some ways, this is just a battle of Hearth, and in other ways, it's been a battle of my entire fucking life. Like, since kindergarten. To just learn to have the ability to sit down and focus. That was always my issue. And the final realization I had was that it's a matter of, well, how much something matters to you, of priority, right? Of saying, this doesn't matter enough to me to distract me right now, right? So, like, if I hear the cat screaming or there's a video or whatever, it's like, nope, it's not enough. And just actively telling myself that was all I needed. Now, that is after years of effort and clearing out all the other bullshit, but that was the final thing that I needed to understand. It was just that it was up to me to say, well, this isn't worth getting distracted over. And then just ignoring it, right? This kind of goes into what I've talked about with ADHD being a thing where you're just too focused, right? But that's just kind of the way of things, you know? Turn this down. Yeah, that should be fine. When you're a quote-unquote very unfocused person, it's because you're trying to focus on everything, right? So it's learning to ignore things that I needed. It's learning to not give a shit about stimulus in the environment. And it's still a fledgling skill, but, like, it's changed my whole mentality of myself and my life. I thought for a long time, you know, oh, you're missing this, you know, you just, you know, need to be able to work on Hearth more consistently or just creative projects in general. And I wanted to, right? So it kind of shifted from a toxic thing to a kind of positive thing to now gone. I'm content. And then, like, after that, as I was going back through it, I posted about it on Twitter and Blue Sky. But, like, I found this creature called the Kavashk, and it's this elegant, insanely powerful creature that I designed for Hearth. That was meant to be a sense of scale, right? It's a mile-long worm in the desert that, you know, it is the one single ruler of its domain, and you know, it doesn't eat anything maliciously, and this whole cycle of death and rebirth. And then I learned the person I had been developing with for a long time just kind of changed it. Is this... Did this gutter not have a ding? Is this gutter not its own piece? Oh well, I'm sure that'll come up later. You know what, actually... Where do I see these? What is this? 1 of 4. I see. They account them all as one thing. Okay. Understood. I don't really know why they do that. But it doesn't quite matter. But as I was fixing it, the Kavashk. Oh, hey, DB. Welcome home. As I was fixing the Kavashk, right, it reminded me of all the things that I was. And the funny thing, the surprising, I guess, timing of it all is that when I made the Kavashk, it was right before my life kind of got crazy. It's right before I found Ven, which we got married less than a year later. And that was a whole crazy ride. Like moving a shit ton. All the way till now. And so all of those things I'd packed away when times were tough kind of came back to the surface. And I was able to reanalyze them and go back through everything. So Alt? Shift? Control? What was it? I remember. It's middle mouse button, right? What was that control? Like G... C, there we go. I'm remembering now. So it's very poetic. It's been a very meditative day, too. It reminded me of a song I listened to back then. It means a lot to me. And so, getting that back, getting the Kavash back, it all kind of came together. It felt horrible to realize that, like, if I hadn't stepped in, the Kavash never would have existed. Because it had just kind of become generic. And I don't... Yeah, it's not malicious, right? It's just that the person I was working with just didn't understand at all the thing. And so, to her, what were small little edits kind of destroyed the entire meaning of the creature. The entire point of it, even, in the game. Right? Because one of the things she did was made it able to be fought. Right? By a character. And I don't mean it's not possible to fight it. Players are very resourceful and impressive with what they can do. But it's not realistic. You wouldn't be able to do it without cheesing it, right? Something you would have to use like some crazy physics and ruling from your GM and all that kind of stuff, and it'd feel amazing to do. But like the point of it is to give an upper end to things, to show that like the biggest fish is something that is just unobtainable, you know, and give the world that sense of scale, that you're a small part of a bigger thing. And that there's always something grander and greater going on. Like that was kind of the point. Now it's finally going to have that again. And like in general, just in the last day, I've gotten a ton done on Hearth that I was struggling with before. Just figuring out how to do that work and what work I wanted to do. And so I could easily see it being done by the end of the week, which is insane. It was absolutely insane, but like, that really isn't that much. I just have to finish editing the creatures, which is going to be maybe an hour or two of work. And then add in spirits, which is probably going to be in like another 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours, and then that's it. Of course, it's not like editing, but it's certainly a huge part of it. Good stuff. Yeah, man. I see now. You know what? This is probably not going to matter, being that this is the rest of the porch. But I suppose that's the joy of this game. Also got kind of excited on the job front. Funnily enough, after talking about getting into coding yesterday, there's a job for prompting AI, which requires coding, but like not enough to make the AI, right? That kind of stuff. And it's remote work, and they hire liberally. And I'm like, well, fuck, if there's ever a goal as far as learning coding goes, and even just looking at the questions and thinking about it, I'm starting to realize I have a good brain for coding. Like, it makes sense to me, like the logic patterns and all that stuff. The language, how it all comes together. So having a goal is definitely very motivating as far as that field goes. Still something that I'm going to have to wait until after Hearth is at least going in beta, I think. That's what I kind of decided on. Is that... I think so. I'm glad. It's always nice to hear that I'm not going insane with any of this stuff. Man, this is caked on. I wonder... Ah, ha ha ha. Extensions. Damn it, I don't have any of the things for all of this. Hi. Hi. Welcome home, Litrab. Where do I go to change all of this? Oh, that just quit out of the game entirely. Hold on. Got a call. I'll pick that up later. How do I go back to the garage? We'll figure this out later. Yeah, no, like I realize that like coding suits me. It makes sense for long-term shit. And jobs, man. Fucking jobs. I feel like it's sprint. Such a huge important factor. Uh-huh, ha ha ha. Ooh. Oh, he spin. Okay, so that's what they mean. Got it. Got it. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the good shit. Beautiful. God, if I'm gonna learn a trade, better be fucking coding. Also just fun, too. I think, you know what's funny? One of the, like, biggest fears I had really early on, like when I was in high school, was slow typing speed. I changed that, funnily enough, for Hearth development, just because I knew I would be writing in docs and stuff, or at least that was the excuse I gave myself. But I was always shit at typing, like big time bad. Professionally bad typist. Typer. But professionally bad at typing, purely because in 4th grade when we were learning typing, we had this little typing game, and I was so anxious about not knowing how to move on to the next level, I just never asked, and I only worked on F and J. Anxiety in children fucking blows. Two things that should not mix. Two things that don't mix well. I'm excited, though. Being that Hearth is so close to being in beta, I actually can really start thinking about actually learning all this coding. Because, like, what was the thing that they were asking? Right. Irish. Okay. We're going to talk about coding dreams in Irish now. The language of Ireland. Irish. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Gaelic doesn't exist. But, yeah, no, it was asking if somebody prompted the AI asking if 3 words were all palindromes, right? What would it look like? And it was like, oh, you know, like take the words and check them, and then add up assign a value to each letter, and then add up the value. It was 3 different things, right? And I could kind of understand what the code was about already. I wouldn't know anywhere how to fix it or what to write instead, but like I kind of understood how they worked and what they do and why. And it was fun. You know, I like that kind of problem solving. And I feel like that is kind of unique, to be honest. Like Ven was saying, it just makes their brain explode, and I really get that. I've just always grown up with problems like that. I really like them. And fuck if I can't get paid for it. That'd be fucking great. God, I love this new power washer. Look at that go. Like the old days. Get a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah. Beautiful. Latrobe, you do coding, right? Like, that's one of the things you're in school for? If I remember correctly. Weird rumbling noise? Is the house gonna explode? That's real things get texted by your client, by the way. People get so worried when you're working on their house. I mean, it's fair. Shitty people do shitty things to people's houses all the time, but still. That's kind of funny. Yeah? Yeah. Maybe I'll harass you for advice. I like this little symbol. I'm kind of sad I'm getting rid of it, but it really clashes with the house. Look at that. Go away. I've always underestimated myself, too. I talked about that before, right? But it's something I've become aware of in a more systematic way. Knowing that if I feel like I could do something, I'm probably, like, well enough able to do it, so on and so forth. Like, starting to really, you know, compensate for all that negativity that kind of goes around in my head. It really helps. It really helps me get a clear idea of what I want and why and what's realistic and what's not realistic. Spoiler alert, most things that I come up with are realistic to some degree, unless there's some crazy scheme that I know isn't going to work, right? Because my brain will come up with things that it knows won't work, right? I'll come up with things I know won't work, so that I don't have to take responsibility for actually attempting them. So I wouldn't attempt that. That's the idea I have, but I wouldn't attempt it just because, you know, that's ridiculous, right? Just keep me from trying out of fear. Oh, I know. Yeah, look at all that grime. There we go. Fuck that door. Which coding language? I don't know. I'd have to check. I need to learn. I need to check what they use. I think it's Python. I'm pretty sure they use Python. I don't know if that sounds insane for coding AI in it, but that's the one I remember them mentioning in the email. It's not like, oh, you know, take a coding test. Did you mean to say lit and it came out as light in autocorrect? Or are we starting to use fucking Wheel of Time catchphrases? In which case that would be a bad thing. May the light burn you is forever trapped in my mind. That's light work? Oh, okay. So it's an easy program to learn. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because the job isn't to code the AI. It's just to interact with the AI, and you just have to know some coding. You have to be able to read code, essentially. And so they wouldn't want it to be in something that's inaccessible, right? Which also makes a really good job to start out in, like, a coding field. Right? Just some, like, real-world experience. Yeah, I've heard Python's easy. Right, that's why a lot of people use it. I mean, the question was super simple. Like, anybody who knows an ounce of code would be able to solve it, right? It just looks really complicated to us ignorant folk, myself included. It took me a few minutes to sit down and try to figure out. Not quite Hello World levels of simple, but, you know. Oh, rad. Okay, it stops here. Oh, that's a different wood trim. Alright. These are different bricks. Got it. Save myself a little bit of cleaning up later. Perfect. Super basic. I think it's the easier for non-coder to read and understand. For C# is very good as well. Even then, for an AI, it's better to use Python as opposed to something object-based like Java. Hello? Hello, Beckett! It's so good to see you. You get greeted in Irish. Again, the native language of Ireland, Gaelic, doesn't exist. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. How have you been doing, my lovely little Sonic delivery machine? / positive. In the most positive light possible. Being that you delivered Sonic into my life. And my partner's life. Like, honestly, we have so many Sonic things now just because both Ven and I are into Sonic because of you. I hope you know that. You've converted us. Pretty well. Pretty well converted us. Oh, these bricks. Oh, I guess. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. I'm doing okay. I was having a rough night, but now that helped me feel better. I'm glad. I'm glad. You guys seem like you have a really good dynamic. Your influence. Your influence. Your demonic influence. If you're an anime, that's what your power would be. That's your JoJo stan, is, you know, Sonic. Specifically Sonic media. Everything in me. Ven and I are the same way. Which is funny, I think, for some people. Because Ven and I are very publicly gay to each other, right? Like very affectionate. Our DMs are full of emojis, right? That's pretty much all we communicate with. And being polyamorous on that spectrum, I think, confuses people. Like, how do you have both? But, like, the best way I can ever describe it is that it's, like, different sets of love, right? Like, I have the love for my partner, and that's its thing. And I have my love for others, and that's its own thing, right? It's like they don't interact with each other, those sets of love, if that makes sense. They're both separate. Neither one's, like, putting down the other. In fact, they only ever really end up boosting each other up, so maybe not entirely separate. If, like, Sonic Brand people talk to me about Sonic at your own risk, yeah, right? I risked it, and it was absolutely worth it. Now I am part of the one of us, right? I just said, okay, you know what? There's a zombie apocalypse. Infect me, get it over with. I don't want to be on the stressful side anymore. Except it was, make me the Sonic fan and let me enjoy Sonic. So I don't have to wonder anymore. You know, it's much more positive. I don't know why I use zombies. You get what I'm saying. I'm going to trust you understand what I'm saying. Even if you don't. This wall's not going to be considered clean in for a good long while. I have to get to the other side and whatnot. I knew I missed something on the... There we go. No, I understand. I need to draw someone other than Sonic, but he's just so fun to draw. Draw me! I will always volunteer myself to be drawn. I love these little symbols that people put on the side of this house. It's like cult shit. I wonder if people have, like, tested what it is. Been watching a lot of videos about ARGs. So, shit like that piques my interest right now. Though, actually, no. That always piques my interest. It doesn't matter what I'm watching. I love symbols. I love mysteries and puzzles and shit. As we have explored plenty of times. Okay, let me take out my tablet. Make Secret Lore for Power Wash. I think they should make Secret Lore for Power Washer Simulator. I feel like they have. And if they haven't, then you're absolutely right. They should. I think they're required by law, to be honest, in most states. So they should get on that. Love ARGs. Got to check on the new MTG ARG for Karlov Manor. I'm excited by those. Yeah, look at that. It's like all CNI shit. I made... What was that? Oh, that's the same piece. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I need the ladder. Where have I put that? There it is. Oh, right, because the game reloaded. I love hearing my partner get mad at World of Warcraft in the other room. That's a part of the ambiance. Not like in a serious way. If they're actually mad, they don't say shit. If they're just like, you know, joking mad at a friend, though. I made hoodies for Magic, by the way. I'm putting them up on a website now. That's probably what I'm going to do tomorrow morning. I really like them. They're very simple, but they're really cool. It's 2 words written in runes that I came up with, each depicting the different guilds. So, like, the Golgari one is life is death, and then there's, you know, the Dimmer one, which is knowledge is deadly, passion is deadly for Rakdos. You know, all the combinations. So, like, death is righteous for Orzhov. It's righteousness, death, life, knowledge, passion, and righteousness, life, death, knowledge, passion. Yeah, that's it. Those are the 5. I really, really like them. I'm hoping to make some returns on them, but, you know, that's just something. Mostly it's to get used to making stuff, period. How has the Magic ARG been, by the way? I was wondering how they were going to handle that. I feel like Wizards of the Coast specifically could do it really well, or they could do it really shit. Right. It's probably just going to be one or the other. Wasn't really expecting it to be anything in between. Beautiful. Okay, now I need ladder. Oh, he's so EP. I mean, yeah, you're look at your Discord fucking what is it? Status, right? Dodge and sleep. We stand not dodge and sleep here. Maybe I use the weird one. Yeah. You're just slow. It works out fine. Kind of a cool nozzle, to be honest. There we go. Shit with the rebranding. No, it's still the same. Dodge and sleep like skill shots. It's still the same. New set's pretty good. A sweet roll in drafts. Hell yeah. How many wins did you get up to? That's sweet as fuck. I'm glad to hear that. I miss draft. I miss draft a lot, to be honest. I miss draft so much. It's just a money thing now. Like, maybe when I get coding going. Who knows? I talked about, like, when I... Actually, no. It will be when that happens. Because I always said, you know, when I'm working from home and I want to get coding going, be good to go. How do, Dirt Finder? I got a real doozy for you. We can spare a minute for us over at the recreational grounds. Recreational grounds sounds like some kind of ritualistic sacrifice circle. Grime Bandits seems to help my poor little play school. The Grime Bandits. Why do I have 5 company names? It's like they're a bunch of shell companies. Careful how you go around the volcano. Hell yeah. Great. Active volcano. That's what I love to hear. You know, like that's the ideal work environment I love. It's an active volcano. Oh, look at that. Pretty. But they change your bout then. Understandable. Funny that you didn't know which one you actually changed because you're not getting any sleep, but you know. I won't point that out to the entire world. Not me. Not me. I want to know what these symbols are so bad. Oh, wait, this is perfect for this thing. Yeah, look at it go. Woo. Beautiful. I didn't even realize that's what I was waiting on. Incredible. Should I do the driveway? I'll do the driveway. Why not? Do it now. I'm glad I was willing to pivot away from Spiritfarer. I don't think Spiritfarer would have been the right vibe. With the time and all that stuff. I'm really wondering what it's going to be like to finish that game. If anything, I think there'll be a piece about it because I've technically been playing it forever. It'll be nice to see that I've progressed enough to actually finish a game. But I'm gonna miss them. Gonna miss that game. I'm gonna miss those little guys. Then again, knowing that art piece is gonna be pretty good too. It's kind of funny. I'm behind on Spiritfarer. Except for the people that are probably, like, you know, deep in it and, you know, 100% in everything, getting all the collectibles or just playing it for the ambiance, stuff like that. Like, I'm like the last kind of person to play it first time, right? Like, technically there are going to be people later on. But as far as the people that were interested in the initial wave, like, I bought it really early on. And I am finally beating it. It's finally happening. We love not straight lines here, apparently. Just gonna let this go. Perfect. Look at that. True satisfaction in this world doesn't come from inner peace or fulfillment. It comes from Power Washer Sim. DM'd me a doodle? Did you already draw me? Oh, I look so good. Beckett, you flatter me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I hoard all the art people draw of me. Like a fucking lunatic. That's just so wonderful. I hold it in my heart. I really need to make a folder. I think still my favorite thing to this day is the skate lift that you did in honor of Disney Extreme Skateboard Adventure, right? Are you going on the fridge, Mr. Man? Absolutely. Real quick, I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna be RB. Okay. I'm back. I meant to stop doing Irish. I'm gonna get fucking stuck. Y'all are gonna get me fucking stuck. Weber, thank you. You know, it's funny. I was talking to Ash about Homelander because Homelander is currently her comfort character. Fucking, I realized I am the perfect foil of Homelander. Sitting there listening to Krishna Das, at peace, content with, you know, unconditional self-love. I'm not that man. It actually, like, in all seriousness, it did give me a very clear view of who I am. When you see a character that is very much not you or very much you, like, it really helps to understand who you really are. When otherwise it feels like it's just too damn close to see. Ooh, Ruby's attacking my mic cord out of defiance because I am not paying attention to her, according to her. I don't know if anyone else agreed to that. She is in my lap after all. Though to be fair, I'm not actively paying attention to her, so that's probably good. There you go, Ruby. I'm gonna give you a scromfin. She likes it with both hands. You just kind of dig in. Both hands on either side. Otherwise, she gets off balance. I don't know how else to describe it to you. She leans like so hard into your hand that you can't like actually scratch her face. And so you got to scratch both sides of her face so she can't lean into one or the other. I think this is enough. I think this house looks great. I think nothing else needs to be cleaned. This is absolutely wonderful. How do we get up there? I can't believe I would get 3 stars for this shit. I'm not anywhere near attempted to be done. I guess I did do a really detailed job of part of it. So probably like, it was probably a mistake. No. I did this on purpose. This is malicious. This is malicious leaving your house dirty. Spin. Spain without the A. I think my favorite thing to come out of that meme is people saying shit like Spain with an A. Or Spain with an S. It's just Spain. Check that other gutter. Okay, you're fine. Fine, game. I'll play by your shitty rules. They're not actually shitty. I love this game. I'm sorry. I apologize, my beloved house flipper. By the way, if you guys need, like, a YouTuber that talks about spooky shit in your life, look up Jeffiat. He's so fucking good and very not known right now. Kind of blowing up a little bit. The video on Trumpet Skull, where that came from, very good. It's like the only content I watch now that I see on YouTube that actually makes me feel fulfilled. Because he's just a dude doing content as himself. Because I feel like most content creators now try to be somebody that's entertaining instead of just doing their best to make good content as themselves. Right? So it's like, I'm going to be this person who I think is entertaining to the masses and do my best to be that person. But Jeffy is one of the few content creators that's actually just still genuine. And, like, I don't know if there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I just don't like that approach. I don't think I use that approach myself. If I do, I'll change it as soon as I become aware. Because, like, I imagine it is, unconscious. Subconscious. For most people. Not trying to be someone else, or just doing a presenting thing. Because, like, it doesn't just go into, like, the way you talk or the way you show yourself. It's also, like, editing and topic content, right? It's like when a creator will censor themselves because they feel like it'll be better for the video, you know? That's not your genuine thoughts. That's what you think will be the most popular. That's the thoughts of someone you think is going to be popular. And Jeffy, it just makes videos. Whatever is interesting or entertaining. Lots of different stuff. No two videos are really truly the same, even if they're in the same series. I loved his video on the Gavel Goat. I could talk about the Gavel Goat for fucking ever. The Dupe Boy? Yeah, the Dupe Boy. I can give you the abridged version if you want, but the video is very good, and I would highly suggest watching it. Highly suggest watching it. You'll be in my BG. Going gilding? I have no idea what the fuck that means. But okay, sure. I don't know what you mean by BG. I don't know what you mean by gilding. Gilding could be a lot of things. Gilding could be a fucking sex move for all I know. It honestly kind of sounds like one. Background. Okay. Well, enjoy gilding. You know I always appreciate having you around. This game really is a lot like life. You just keep working and then all of a sudden it's done. Work goes quickly as long as you're willing to work diligently. Okay, Runes of Power. Damn. Even at increased prices, you could redeem 2 games. Which, there's a reason I didn't take it off entirely. If you truly want to invest into a game to play, you may. But it'll go back down later. It's like the stock market. It just goes up and down. You want to save to spam when I put it back to like 5K or 2.5K. Like you Sonic Adventure or Shadow the Hedgehog. Ooh, Shadow the Hedgehog is from my childhood. I think I would get particular enjoyment out of Shadow the Hedgehog, but Sonic Adventure is also like so key to the Sonic series that we've been kind of exploring. I'd be happy with either. I've played like I said, my friend had Shadow the Hedgehog and left it at my house once. It's the same. It's a same friend and same situation as Tekken 5. And I never really understood what was going on because I'd never played a Sonic game before, and a lot of it was shooting, and I wanted more shooting than there was. I was expecting it, you know, like, my experience with shooters up to this point was Halo, so, like, that's what my brain was expecting. But I had fun. I remember distinctly, I had a lot of fun. Tekken stream when? I would fucking love to stream Tekken. People play Tekken at my work so often, because in the break room, right, it's technically the canteen, but there's a big old TV, and fighting games is the shit, and specifically Tekken. Every day, people are playing Tekken on their breaks, right? All the time. There are two people that like playing Tekken at break at the same time. They're playing Tekken. Really gets my goat thinking about Tekken. I don't have modern Tekken, though. So that has sated that desire. About the true ending of Shadow the Hedgehog? I need to fix that. God, you need to get every ending first? Oh, god damn. Shadow the Hedgehog genuinely has a really interesting story structure. If you play it, I'd absolutely go for all endings. Interesting. Well, we have a number of games in the queue before that point anyways, so you can feel free to take your time and deliberate. Because next up, we have Bramble the Mountain King from Gucci Rena that she donated for. I love it when it does that. Makes my heart fucking sing. But yes, more Sonic games, I assume, are in the future. And Tekken, probably. Honestly, probably Tekken. Playing Underlords reminded me I always do have that competitive itch, and Tekken would scratch that so well. I love Tekken. It's my favorite of any fighting game I've played. Every time I pick it back up, I still have it to some extent. It's like you never fucking forget. Because I played so much Tekken. In the 3 weeks that we had it, it was pretty much, that's all we would play is Tekken. And the final boss of Tekken 5 is a very arcade style, like, seemingly impossible to beat boss with an insta-kill move, right? But then when I beat the boss, I understood the general mechanics of the game well enough that I could beat the boss with every single character. We unlocked fucking everybody in rapid succession. Because it took forever to beat him the first time, and then we fucking crushed him again and again and again. It was me and my brother. Mostly me, though, I think. Yeah, it was mostly me. And then I remember absolutely destroying my brother to the point where he didn't want to play with me anymore, which is funny, because I didn't take that long, because he's the older brother. Older sibling bullshit. Hashtag fucking with older sibling insecurities. It's what we do. It's our job. It was very satisfying, though, to be honest. It was the only thing I was clearly and undeniably better than my brother at. Couldn't even argue. Honestly, I never thought about streaming Tekken, which is funny, because I thought about playing it, but I never thought about streaming it. I just never thought about streaming fighting games. I mean, I fucking love them, so I don't see why not. I guess I just never considered myself a fighting game person. Which is kind of funny. I gatekept myself out of fighting games. I gaslit girl boss gatekept myself away from fighting games, and that's sad. That's a fucking tragedy. All the way. Yeah, this whole thing is one fat piece. Ah, perfect. There we go. Whole front of it is dirty, right? If I remember correctly. I'm just thinking where all this dirt's coming from. Oh, hold on. Where's all this dirt coming from? Fucking exposition character. When I'm so close. Need this railing to go ding. There we go. Whole fucking thing, baby. Post. I don't know why I want this railing done so bad. I wish to rail the railing with cleanliness. Not clickbait. It was weird to see. What was it? It was a Scott Kramer video, I think. I think that's his name. A YouTuber that Ven's been watching. One of the Danny Gonzalez, fucking Danny Gonzalez. Who's the guy that always say the same person? I sure hope it does. Vine, dude. If he heard me say that, I think he would want me dead. What is his name? Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez. There we go. Both of those people in that realm. Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? I talked about railing the railing, and then Scott Kramer popped up in my head. It was some Scott Kramer video, and now I don't remember which one. The eep is definitely setting in. I don't know. Now you just get a I want to rail the railing out of context. You just get Lith talking about railing things out of context. I hope that's the prize you wanted, because that's the prize you got. I am the incarnate of both stupid games and stupid prizes. I force you to do both. Force you to play stupid games, and I force upon you stupid prizes. It's not really a game if it's mandatory, but, you know, it's fine. It does the job. Eh. It's honest work. What is that? Fairly Odd Parents talking to a vulture about being an undertaker? It's fucking job stress, I think. Love that. My VTube Sona. I love being a creative. Hell yeah. Being creative, great. It really sucks for, like, normal jobs. It really eats ass, like, when you're doing your normal job. Your boss is like, I have this problem I can't figure out. And you're like, why don't you do this thing? And they're like, shut the fuck up, drone. I didn't ask you. We don't ask the drones what their opinion is. Go back to work. Ah, I see. Souls counts. I don't value your creativity. Your creativity can eat a dick. And then, like, the one time you get a chance to be creative work, and they're like, wow, somebody should pay you for this. Not gonna be me, though. We're not gonna give you that job opportunity. No way, no how. 10 years of experience on the table. I'm not salty. I'm not salty at all. What did I come back to? I think you came back to the same thing you left. I'm gonna be honest. When did you leave? What was the last thing you heard? I think you misread Creature as creative. I did. I did misread Creature as being creative. Being a creature is also good. That is now an entirely unintended, unasked for rant about being a creative in a modern capitalistic workforce. Again, I am the elemental of stupid games and even dumber prizes. It's Drawfee. It's just Drawfee. That's what we're doing here. That's the legitimacy I can claim. I'll just claim to be Drawfee, and then it's fine. And then that's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. Yeah, I'm just. It's okay, guys. It's just Drawfee. It's fine. I apologize for ranting like that. Let me know what your VTuber Sona is going to be, by the way. I'm always excited to see people's designs, especially Creature. It's really fun. Ever since I met Moth, I've been getting thrown into all of these cryptid collabs, and it's nice. Cryptid VTubers stick together. They've all been wonderful so far. I have only met a few of them as two of the collabs. One of them has yet to be scheduled, so I don't know if that's going to happen. And the other one's happening on Valentine's Day. So be aware of that, I suppose. Oh, I see. Well, slut. There we go. DM? Oh. Creature. How could I misread that? Just a little guy. It's very U-core. I don't know if the horns are new or if I just never noticed the horns. But I like them. This is me, by the way, reacting about 5 minutes after I see the image, because my brain is just that slow right now. Am I really gonna get a free ding? Wow. That's a lot of free dirt. This should just be like 1%. Well, I've been hitting tab and not thinking you hit tab because it's so fucking clean. The cat screaming at me. Hi, Ruby. Don't claw my face. Don't do that. She wants to. She just these little, like, lightest scratches towards the face to try to get attention. Horns are new. I can't believe I forgot to include them. I always include them on my Sonas. I can't believe I didn't on this one. They're so good. See some chaos I worked on? Fucking absolutely. Who do you think I am? Not a goblin? You think I'm not a goblin? For shame. Big shame. Shame bell. Let me know when you've sent it, because I will not notice. What am I missing? Oh, that side counts. I could just move the ladder. I just don't want to. I so badly don't want to move the ladder. Because remember, this isn't just greed. This is stupidity. There's a difference. No. Yes. Ah, I win. I don't think I won. Sent. Oh, Jesus. I thought that was a beak at first. Okay, it's a mouth. It's an open mouth. Are you doing 3D modeling? That sounds rad. Nope. I have so many friends that 3D model. Isn't that a long time ago? Check the date in the corner. October 2020. Ah, I see. You're going back through all the old files. Have you been doing modeling this whole time? 3D modeling. That sounds the same. Making 3D models. There we go. I could just say modeling. Rigging. It all sounds like other things. Goodbye, paint. Doesn't know, to be fair, I worked with 3D printing for school, so I'm familiar with the basics. I don't think 3D printing and 3D modeling have, or at least I didn't. I don't know. I've never done it before. But so you dabble. Suffice it to say, some dabbling occurs. We do a little of dabbling. That's funny. Doing big circles the same way kind of helps. That was gonna bug me so hard. I was like, I can just wait till the end. It's gonna ding for me. It'll be fine. Okay. Wooden trim. Ah. One of these around here. Ooh. Where's that thing? Oh, you can't put it on any part of the house. I see. Job complete. There we go. Hydrate. Oh, hey, Moth. How are you doing? 3D modeling, which is super umbrella term. I know. I was implying the specific, not stating it. But you're right. You're right. I did say general thing. Welcome home, Moth. Okay. It's funny. Saying that reminded me, moths are what I call my community, which technically you're a part of, so I'm still going to keep doing that. It's like you were part of the community before you even knew us. You're never allowed to leave. Oh yeah, no, I was doing this house when we were doing the inauguration of the cult. Wow. Fucking... There is lore. I swear to fuck, there's lore. Let's clean a little golf cart. Doing well, just setting up my orbs for a collab I'm doing tomorrow. I am a moth. You are! My forest is your forest? It's the same forest. We both live here. We just didn't know, you know? We were neighbors and we didn't even know it. It's a big forest, you know? Just kind of wandered in. Yeah, you can see here. Where is it? Moth. There it is. Oh god. Getting the hand to do the thing. Stay in frame. There it is. Glad we're finally getting to know each other. Oh, look at that. It's green. I think these were Ven's favorite levels, if I remember correctly. I like getting all the nooks and crannies. It is very satisfying to hear the ding sound all the time. Why the fuck is tire spelled with a Y? Is that another British spelling? I think it probably is. You know what's funny? You want to know why there's a difference between British and American spelling? It's because one asshole said, it makes more sense for it to be spelled this way. And he was in control of the dictionary that year. And so took out the U out of color and made tire an I, apparently. And that's why we have the different spellings. Originally, it was the British way. I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, on the one hand, sure. On the other hand, why? Why give us another divide? At least they don't purely use the metric system. The British are the only people with a more fucked up measuring system than we have. Did not mean to clean the steering wheel, but all right. There we go. Easy money. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, who is organizing the Pico Park collab? Because I'm not mistaken that it doesn't have a date yet, right? I'm not just missing something. I'm not insane. Let's clean the old lady's shoe. Technically, it's me and Stubly. No, there's no date yet. Okay. I get so worried that there is a date, and I'm just fucking dumb. Like, it's fine that there's no date yet. These things take time. It's whatever. I'm not worried. I guess I technically am worried. I'm not worried about there not being a date. I'm worried about there being a date and me not knowing. I will always be worried about that. Oh, there's a little scaffolding. This is a very nice little preschool. With a little old lady who lived in a shoe. We played so much Magic to this song. God, I miss Magic. Magic, why do you have to be expensive? Why do you have to be expensive to draft regularly? Why do you have to be expensive for people who are bad at draft, huh? And or get unlucky. Just be free, Magic the Gathering. Be free, but make lots of money so you keep doing content and cool shit. Do both. Make money without asking me for money. Or ads. Damn it. Make me the CEO of Wizards of the Coast so I get all these perks. Just cost less money. I'll pay money. I just can't pay that much. And the only thing I want to do is draft. And I know it's on me, but... Oh. Indeed. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, that's why I've been doing a weekly check-in. So make sure we don't forget. Do have a date for Monster Prom Valentine's Day. In case you forgot. No. I remember. I've been very excited for Monster Prom on Valentine's Day. I don't think I've officially mentioned it on stream, so here it is. Moth and I, along with a number of other cryptid VTubers, I'm sure I will harass the socials out of, are doing a Monster Prom collab on Valentine's Day with I think is just fucking perfect. That literally is what cryptid Valentine's Day is. I love Monster Prom. And I don't have a problem with Monster Camp now that I know what the mechanic is, but it's really fucking dumb that they hid the mechanic like that. If you don't know, in Monster Camp, they'll be like, oh, not cool enough, or, you know, whatever. Like, it'll say you don't have enough of a stat, but it's not that you don't meet a stat requirement. Specifically, the situations ask you are, like, trying to get you to ask, oh, which of these stats do I have more of? Which is never explained. And so you end up failing on a date, or succeeding on a date, and you don't even know why. Otherwise, I love Monster Camp. Sweet. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to finally be reaching out. And I revived my Twitter and my Blue Sky. So I'm posting there regularly again. I figured out my shit. It's just Regolith VT at both, I believe. They did poorly explain it. I just got it right away. Yeah. Like, with the not-so-cool thing, you could kind of figure it out. It just depends on what your first assumption is. Because there's nothing to tell you you're wrong. Right? Because it's all hidden. We played so many games. There was so much frustration. I did get my first date choice right away, though. So, this is proxy frustration, I suppose. What's their name? Milo? The non-binary Grim Reaper? That was before I even knew I was agender. Road Trip is super chaotic, totally different mechanic. I'm glad that the one called Road Trip is more chaotic. I haven't played it, to be honest. I know about it. I heard, but I've yet to actually play it. I love this one so much. Look at all these little nooks. There we go. Do I have the ladder? Did I pick that up? There we go. Could have just done this the whole time. Milo, I love Milo. I love Milo. We love Milo. We stan Milo. It's funny because, like, I grew up very repressed, right? And I'm sure there are things that I'm still unaware of. Very old repression that I have. It's mostly gone from what I can tell. But back then, I was just kind of starting to come out my shell about everything. And I saw Milo, and I was like, ah, shit. It was the first character that I think I publicly crushed on. If I remember correctly. It was a moment. It was definitely, like, a clear moment in the history of my life. Hold on. Be easier to just do this. Sick. Yeah, eat shit, Grime. Little fucks. You got a stinky butt? Thanks, Martha. Oh, it must be one of the preschoolers taking Martha's phone. I bet. Or like someone's kid. I'm starting to understand when the adults in my life would always say, you know, life is full of so many twists and turns. That's a fucking understatement. Life isn't something you can properly predict. Mostly because you also don't know what you are going to want eventually. You don't know how you're going to change, let alone how the world's going to change. So you don't know what decisions you're going to make. And that's a good thing. I'm just going to say it. At least for me, that's a fucking good thing. I love it. I love that I don't know what's going to happen in 10 years. I love that I don't know where I'm going to go or what good things are going to happen to me. Just as bad things happen at random, there are also good things that happen at random. I'm excited for all of it. Really fucking excited. Like, getting into coding. It's probably going to change a lot. Honestly, I haven't really even fully comprehended how much that's probably going to change. Even just starting down that career path, getting a first job means I'm probably going to work in that industry. As long as I can. Oop. I have a cat in my arms now. My cat Oreen likes to climb into my arms like a little marsupial. He'll walk up to me when I'm at my desk and just start climbing up my chest, expecting me to fucking pick her up. And now we're down to one arm doing this. Oop, that works. Surprisingly doable at one arm. Yeah. These songs also remind me of just streaming in general. I had my farm husband. Oh, farm husband makes a lot more sense now. It's not an inside joke anymore. It's just farm husband. Um, budding botanist. If you've seen him on Twitch, make me a copyright-free playlist because he really likes doing that for people. Is making playlists. It's a form of love. I was like, you know what? I'll take some of that loving, and I really loved it. And it was what I used for magic and all kinds of shit. Power washing sim when we started getting into that. So it'll always remind me of starting streaming. I'm sure that'll just get more emotional over time. It's like, let's be honest. I've been at this for less than a year. This is still the baby stage. The first year is definitely still the baby stage. I feel confident. I feel ready, but I'm sure there's a million things I have to learn. As with any skill. Streaming was a huge departure in my life. I mean, like streaming by far is the thing that got me to do creative work. It's that's a very satisfying thing. That whole ring is done now. Cool. But like Hearth wouldn't be nearly where it's at. I may not even ever touched Hearth. You know, between starting streaming and now, if it wasn't for this platform, giving me a chance to practice doing creative work. I'm also lucky that I have a passion for streaming. Not everyone does. And I think that's one of the hard things about it. I've talked to other streamers about these things. But in general, streaming is much harder and more demanding than people realize. Most of all the streamers. Especially when you first start. That's why so many people start streaming and then just stop. There we go. I stream more, but I'm so bad about talking. You just gotta make sure you talk about something you're interested in. And also, like, don't worry about being anything in particular. You know? When people love you, they'll love you for you. Right? That's the thing about having an audience. You guys like sticking around me for some godforsaken reason. And I've learned to not question it. And also, it's like it's a massive skill, right? I talk all day about random shit for a living. I have 8 hours a day of practice at this. And I still sometimes am bad about talking. Like, it's not an easy thing to do, to constantly talk. To constantly be an entertaining force, to be something that's... To constantly be presenting something. I feel like that's one of my talents as a streamer. One of the things that I have down well before a lot of people is that ability to, like, always keep going. And it not, like, tire me. Because I am very used to it by now. It was so tiring in the beginning when I was first doing my job. Like, I ran out of things to say. And, like, again, it's blackjack dealing. So it's not like I had that much interesting possible conversation topic anyways. But it still ran me through the gauntlet, that's for sure. My cat's being so fucking cute. I wish I could show you guys. We don't have a cat cam, but we need one. So adorable. Was about at the action of talking. Thought to word is something I struggle with a lot, and can never remember if I've already talked about something. That's fair. I mean, you're never going to get better at it until you try. Until you start doing the thing. If you like it. Like, if you like talking, but you're just bad at it, like, absolutely go for it, right? Any skill ever, right? Like, if I ask you how you became such a good artist, I know the answer. The answer is, you drew a lot of bad art. You know, how do you get good at being an instrument? You do a shit job playing it for a really long time. Right? How do you get good at talking? You talk very poorly for a long time. It's the same thing. Judge, do I have brain problems that affect it? Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a big thing. But don't think it's not conquerable, right? Like, it's understandable if you choose not to because of those things. Like, that's totally fine. But don't let it get in the way if it's still something you want to do, you know? You can absolutely overcome that stuff. I have no doubt in my mind. You've got lots of interesting things in your brain, you know? And it sounds like the only issue is just getting them out there. It may take longer than other people, right? Like me learning to type and spell, which I still struggle with. Focusing, period. You can get there. And I can help, too. If you ever want advice, talking is one of my few talents. There's a hit a point in my art where I actually feel good about where I am. Yeah! Positivity. Right? Yeah, like you just made a bunch of shit, a bunch of shitty art to become a good artist. And like, that realization really hit me because anybody can make bad art. And that's all you need to do to become a good artist. You just have to make so much bad art. That's it. That's all you have to do. You prolifically make terrible art. And then eventually you make good art. Art is actually overcoming the perfectionist mindset and letting yourself get silly with it. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's what I kind of noticed when I was doing, like, tabletop art. Just for, like, scene setting and stuff. I was like, I actually have some skills here if I just let myself do the thing, you know? If I don't worry about what it's going to look like. It gets a lot better. PewDiePie made a video on it about drawing a picture for, like, 90 days straight. Oh, yeah. Where was it? I think you showed me the picture of that. Yeah. Do something bad a bunch of times. And like, okay. Definitely a preschooler has her fucking phone. But, like, for me, when a YouTuber says, like, oh, just be bad, right? Like do the thing poorly, and they're, like, really successful, it has kind of a burnt taste in my mouth, because they're already good at a thing, and it's a lot less intimidating. And it's not, like, any worse of advice, and it's not, like, their fault. You know, it's not wrong of them to be good at something. It just doesn't feel quite right, you know? It doesn't really land the same way. But I am glad that PewDiePie did make that video, you know? Because, like, if I watch, like, Markiplier or PewDiePie do a drawing challenge, it's like, oh, it's cool that they were able to do that, but they're also, like, already successful, and they already have the internal drive to do stuff like that on their own, which I think is what I and most people struggle with. It just hits a little bit different. Of course, that's how they got over that and got that power and whatnot, but also that's just a different problem. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't recall showing you that. It was like anime girl with green hair, right? Who showed me that? Was it my farm husband? No. Was it Ven? Who showed me? I don't think it was Ven. No. Who? It's really not you? I remember it was like a hand-drawn picture. Who the fuck showed me that thing? Ooh. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Was it in a server? Oh, Beckett, I see. Fucking... Where did I see it? I'm not off, right? Am I... Did I dream it? Did I prophetically dream? Did I astral project into knowing about the PewDiePie art thing? Fuck. I'm losing my mind. Checking this one friend server. So many pictures of our cats. It's not there. I swear to God. I swear to God below and God above. Whoever the fuck they may be. Both of them. Somebody showed me that. No. No. It must have been one of these group chats, right? No, it's not. No? No? Where the fuck did I see that? Where's? Whomst the fuck? Whomst the fuck showed me that? Shoelace is clean. I'm still thinking about it. I'm not saying anything because I'm still thinking about it. I don't think this happened. But the only theory I can come up with is that you're fucking gaslighting me, and you did show me. What the fuck? Where? Where did I see that? Because I know what it looks like. I can't know what it looks like. I remember specifically being surprised because I assumed it was digital art that PewDiePie was doing, not physical art. And I saw it was like a notepad. An anime girl with green hair. I'm so tired. My brain. I feel like I'm getting betrayed. I feel like I'm getting betrayed by my memory. I feel like I'm getting betrayed by my sense of reality. It's a lot of betrayal going on. Technically, I don't think I should have done this until the next level, but it's fine. Well, Lilith is just officially losing their mind. I suppose it was only a matter of time. Oh, look at that gnome. Spin, gnome, spin! I guess I actually kind of do want up here. Give me the dang. There we go. Fucking, I'm an addict. I'll admit it. I just love hearing that goddamn sound. That fucking sweet release. The music to my poetry. My day's pay for my day's work. So much fucking dirt. I was gonna say, like, how the fuck did dirt get up here? But it's fucking... It's a planter box. They kind of are full of dirt. By the way, speaking of, like, shoe shit, like the fucking eyelet, did anyone else not know what the aglet was until that very specific episode of Phineas and Ferb? That has stuck in my mind forever because I always wanted to know what that piece of plastic was called. And I just never thought to look it up. And then I saw that episode, which is funny because I was never really a fan of Phineas and Ferb. And then I was forever grateful from that day forward. 30 Karoons! Fuck yeah! Congrats! I'm gonna start lurking. I want to listen to some music and doodle. Enjoy your lurk, my dear Beckett. We're not going to be on that much longer anyways. Probably going to finish this up and then head to bed. The big eep. Man. Being a power washer sounds kind of rad. Like, this is the kind of jobs that you get living kind of out. Like, where there's suburbs. Kind of like not in big cities. Because Because in big cities, it's hard to have equipment that you haul around everywhere. But, like, out here, and, like, find clients, too, that aren't already sucked up into, like, big businesses. But, like, in the town I used to live in, this would be kind of rad if people, like, actually had a need for power washing and stuff. Be a lot to get the equipment, but... be very fun. Be fun even if I was just hired by somebody else. But I'd much rather be getting paid for, like, the whole ass, you know, labor and all that. Perfect. Woo. Getting down to the soul. I think I saved that for later. It's all one big piece, right? Yeah. One big thing. That should be pretty satisfying. I'm losing myself in this game. Here's some programming boot camp action. Be about full stack programming with C++. C sharp. Why did I say? I knew it was C sharp. I'm even a fucking music nerd. I don't even need no coding to know that. I'm just losing my fucking mind. But fuck yeah. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I mean, like, assumably I'll do it. It'll just be later. Might as well take a programming boot camp from somebody I know. Probably gonna do a lot of learning and shit. I have a Udemy course. I don't remember what for. I think I have a couple Udemy courses. I think I got them in a bundle. So I'll probably do those two in addition. I teach it. Yeah. I remember. I remember you mentioning that. I'm getting so efficient, methodical with all this. There we go. I was wondering what was missing from that frame. I'm assuming the boot camp costs money, by the way. I have no idea why you would do that out of, I don't know, boredom. Yeah, assuming it's costs money. Let me know how much it is. The boot camp. Unless it's like a pre-recorded thing. It's free? Oh, fuck yeah. I'll fucking take free training any day. But it's not for everyone, and I do it only under certain circumstances. Well, hell yeah. I'm glad I get the opportunity. Assuming you haven't been telling me about all about it just to say, nah. Nah, you're not cool enough. Hi, babe. You gonna come over here and give me a smooch? I tax Ven one smooch every time they leave the room. I'm a dictator of a partner. I love you. Did you show me the PewDiePie draws once a day for 90 days thing? Okay, it was Ven. I was losing my mind. I thought Latrap had showed me that. And I couldn't find evidence in our DMs, in his DM. I hide nor hair. And I realized it's probably just you showing me like a Twitter post. That makes sense now. Here, you know, DB, if you want to message me the details of that boot camp on Discord or Twitter, actually. I think you have me on Twitter. I love you. You're very what? Hmm. Will do? Hell yeah. Thank you. It's just so satisfying. You know, it's a little redundant with this game, but... Stepstool, my beloved. Come here. Trim wall. There we go. Beautiful. Give me that black gunk. Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't done yet. No. I want the soul to be the last thing I finish. I'm so intent. So much shit that I didn't realize I hadn't done yet. I know I don't have to be this careful about it, but I want to finish. One thing where I intend to. Not gonna be this one, it's gonna be the next one. I'm missing window frames. I'm missing eyelets. I'm missing a whole ass wall. Window frame. Oh. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, look at that. Very satisfying. Oh. Okay. Well. Good night, everybody. I love you all. Sleep well. I know I'm going to pass out. I'll talk to you guys later.